It can start with sometimes just even the smallest little things. We can be walking into a meeting or have a negotiation that we've got to go and participate in, or for some of us be ready to receive a phone call that we're nervous about, and we can feel that we're nervous about it, and it makes us nuts that we're nervous about it because we're already self-sabotaging before the actual occurrence has happened. And so there's some small things that we can do in order to have an immediate different response physiologically in our bodies so that we can feel differently than we did before we started to participate in these activities. So the first one is called take up more space. And take up more space means the way that your body is physically presenting itself to you and to the world. Your mind is constantly receiving signals from your body. It is sending transmissions constantly to tell your mind whether or not you're feeling confident, scared, tired, unsure. All of these things are being sent to your mind. Whether you believe this or not, it's happening. So take up more space means as a reminder that no matter where you are, if you're sitting in a chair, if you're standing, how are you posturing yourself? And just for a second, to roll your shoulders back, to let let the high part of your chest get higher, to tilt your chin up a little bit. Not to look down your nose at anyone, that's not the intention, but to tilt your chin up a little bit. To stand with your feet a little bit farther apart, to have a little bit more presence. Taking up more space sends an immediate signal to your mind that says something important is happening. When you need a small little confidence injection, taking up more space is a fantastic practice to throw in order to be able to help you. The second one is something that a lot of people may be resistant to, but it's very, very simple, and it's simply smiling. So we used to teach our sales reps this as the step number one to being able to generate a different response from other people and how to be able to work on maintaining your attitude when you're facing challenge. And it was to smile all day long. When you smile, the physiology is that chemicals get released and go racing into your bloodstream. You get a kick of epinephrine. You feel better. That's the feel-good hormone. Your mind can't tell the difference between a fake smile, one that you're forcing, or one that is an honest reaction to something funny that causes you to burst out laughing. There's no difference in the registry. It's the same physiological muscle group that has to do the work in order to generate that response, so the epinephrine gets triggered no matter what. Another fascinating thing about smiling is that when you smile at someone else, most of the time they smile back. When that occurs, you receive another boost of epinephrine as well. The reason behind that is that our minds perceive a smile as though it's a gift. So when someone else gives us a smile, our instinct is to return the gift right back to them. When you employ this as a practice and you start to smile more often at more people, and more people as a result start to smile more often back at you, you are giving yourself a physiological change in the chemistry that you're using on a daily basis. Those two small, tiny ingredients, although they may sound silly to some, are unbelievably powerful when it comes to how to have an instant injection of confidence when you need it. I had to learn how to navigate the field, the sales field, as a young sales girl, and wasn't confident, and had to learn how to be able to build authentic confidence all on my own. Being able to do that, though, has since changed my life. Now I work with women all over the world on how to be able to generate instant confidence, but also persistent confidence. How to authentically feel better about who you are. What practices to employ so that you have the ability to execute. And the reason that I love to teach this is because I love to work with female entrepreneurs. I believe that we have the ability to support each other in our businesses. I believe that we have the ability to make a massive difference. And as a collective group, I totally believe that we are unstoppable. So there are certain key ingredients that women need to be able to do well at, so that they can execute on a high level. And those are things that start with building your own confidence in a persistent way, so that when you are engaged in a conversation that matters, you're not going to retreat from that conversation because of doubt showing up. so that when the stakes are high and you need to be able to deliver, then you're not going to have any hesitation to do so. Learning confidence also means that when you have to sell, because you're gonna have to sell. If you're a female entrepreneur, we are constantly in sales. We are selling all the time. Every single time that we're communicating with people, there is a sale that's taking place. Learning how to have the ability to honestly negotiate is something that is imperative to learn, and to get over our fear of the sales process. And also for women, when they get into a position of leadership and need to be able to command a room, need to be able to give a speech, need to be able to not be fearful standing in front of a very large group of people if required, and still get the messaging right. How to be able to set the emotional tone in the room. How to ensure that people feel as though they are understood also. What are the key components to that? So I work with women on all of these different issues in order to prepare them to be able to go out and kick ass at their businesses like they know that they can. So the first step for me is working on some of the small ingredients when it comes to confidence, and how that has a ripple effect and a bridging effect to everything else. So for the next video, we're going to go over the next 5 steps to instant confidence, as well as a few cool secrets when it comes to the most important things to think about when it comes to leading other people.